Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here looking at the beautiful Bitcoin. So I say beautiful because I posted something on StockTwits and it just took fire. People were arguing with each other. Some people were cussing. I don't know if they were cussing at me or somebody else in the strand. I think they were arguing amongst themselves. And basically, the focal point of the argument is it fake? Is it not fake? Let me try to break it down. First of all, my comments were completely technical. I just shared the fact that the media. I saw a headline today. It was like I forgot what they call it, the crypto crash about this drop. Meanwhile, they didn't call this an up crash. This is a crash. So this is not even 50% of the rally, and it's halfway mark of the whole zone. So nothing is unusual about this. We know it moves fast. And let me dumb it down a little bit to get people out of this crypto fake bullshit. Okay, so think about it. Gold is fake. The only reason gold has value, stick with me here, is because somebody way back then convinced somebody else and a whole bunch of other people that a yellow pebble is worth a lot of money or value for some reason. Yes, it's rare. We have plenty of other things that are rare. The only reason gold is coveted is because people are convinced that it's got value and they love it and they want to wear it. So it has an appreciating asset condition. So over time, there's not a lot of it. Billions of people want it. So it grows in value. Whether I like it or not doesn't matter. I don't like gold. I don't like wearing it. I don't like having it. But it's a good investment because of the fact that it's rare, getting hard to find, and a lot of people want it. So whether I believe that Bitcoin is fake or not, it is a thing. More like think about it, anything, like your email address. It's fake, it's made up, right? Somebody made it up and you value it. Your phone number, somebody made it up and you value it. If somebody takes away your phone number, you'll pay a certain amount to get it back. So it's got a value to you. Whether I believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. What's it worth to you? So get out of the condition that who created it? Is it fake? Is it not? It is real. It's got a serial number of sorts. I can put it on a jump drive if I want to. So it is real and it's finite. It's even more rare than gold. And millions, soon to be billions of people want it. So it's going to have value. Period. End of story. Why bother with the fact that you don't like it? It's immaterial to the price action. Trust me on that one. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. So I trade it successfully. And the easiest way to trade it on big crashes, I buy it and I double my money in like hours. And it's just an easy, stupid way of trading it. Over time, I should accumulate some of it. So I don't bail out of everything. I bail enough to play with house money. Rinse and repeat. I just did it with ADA. I can repeat whenever it hits level. So here's Bitcoin. Let's talk about its own levels. So again, get out of the fact whether you believe in it or not. It doesn't freaking matter to the value of the asset. It is a thing. Who made it doesn't matter. They made it out of thin air. So is money. Who made the freaking dollar? Out of thin air. One day they said, you know what? Paper money makes sense. No, I still want to play around with my coins and whatever, silver and cows and barter. Enough people believed in the cash money. In fact, it's called faith money, fiat. So the only reason money has value is because we say so. Same with gold, same with Bitcoin. Enough people say so. It doesn't matter my personal opinion. So I either choose to trade it or not. And if you're considering saying that, oh, it's in the long term, it's going to fail, is it? It's the best performing asset by far. By far. Nothing even comes close to how it's done in the last 10 years or so. So, yeah, you can choose not to do anything with it, but don't insult people who do, because they're probably smarter than you because they're participating in something that moves so fast, and up and away is the direction. As long as you're not the person chasing it at bad times. Like after a giant rally, I usually say it's not an obvious point of entry, and then it dips, and then it takes it out. It's not an obvious point of entry, and then it dips, and then it comes up. It's where am I in this process? That's what makes or breaks somebody's investment. I bet you everybody watching this video has been right about the stocks they pick all of the time. The only difference is that sometimes they're a little bit early, a little bit late. That's what makes losses. They're right about the concept, they miss time entry. Same with this guy. And this guy is so easy to deal with. All I have to do is not chase. That's it. And not capitulate when everybody else is. When the media is telling you, oh my gosh, this is the end of crypto, enough sellers have left it. So chances are it's a better entry point than an exit point at that time. So I certainly wouldn't short it. I would definitely buy the dips. At what places it makes a difference from one person to another. So let's talk technicals. Right there, I have my cursor exactly at the low from, this is a 1 day. So yesterday's low, the crash of yesterday. Look left and see how well that line played a pivot before. First of all, August, end of July, 3 candles right there. It failed, came back and took it out. This is the first test of it. Okay, now let's look further back. May, right there, a big battle in May, 5 days in May. Okay, so pivotal, the bears won that day. The bears won that day. The bulls won here, and the bulls are defending their win. That's what's going on right here. So let's go back further. That was the base that the bulls used back in February to get all of this done. That was the bears' winning point back in January to do all of this damage. So this level means something. So this bounce was not random. Okay, so they tested it for footing. Now as they rally, they're going to face selling. There's going to be sellers. If they go above here, this is the market cap of Bitcoin. So let me switch over. It's probably going to be exactly the same comments. See, same thing. So if it goes back to here and breaks out, then that would be a leg to chase from a trade perspective. From an investment perspective, hey, you better be nimble. But down here makes sense that they held. So the bears can still do damage on the bounce if the sellers come out and they come back here and they fail at 42.8, I'm rounding, then they can come down to 37.5, the last test area. 40,000 to 37.5. I speak in broad brushes because that thing moves pretty fast, so it's hard to be surgical with it. But the pivot points are surgical. Look left. I just showed you how surgical it is. So 42.740, 42.7-ish plus or minus is pivotal. The low from yesterday. What was the low? Today is 9.8, by the way. 42.830, the low. See, it's hard to pinpoint what that candle is. So 42.830. So 42.8 plus or minus is pivotal. Now the bears can take it out. If they can take it another leg lower. Now if it's anywhere in here, it's a buying opportunity. I'm not saying that. The chart is saying that. Look left. You see all these mountains here? That's where the buyers have stepped in and the sellers. This is where it has had the most action. So if a stock is falling because of imbalance of sellers to buyers, like willingness, then there's a balance in this zone. So if it's falling, this zone is going to be a cushion. So if I short it and it falls into here, this is where I book my short. And if am looking to get long for trade, this is where I would do it. If I'm looking to own Bitcoin for a long term, this is where I start nibbling. And by the way, I don't have to own a whole coin. I believe crypto platforms allow you to buy portions of stuff. Like if I want to allocate $100 today, I can. So don't be like crippled by, oh my God, I don't have $60,000. How can I own Bitcoin? So think about it. The whole world is going digital. The pandemic proved it. We cannot do things with the way we were doing before. We're going to have to order stuff online. The more of that happens, the more likely we're not going to be dealing with paper money forever. Have you watched any Star Trek movie, any futuristic movie? Have you seen cash traded hands? There's no cash. There's no cash. If I'm hung up on cash and so resistant to electronic payment methods or exchange of value that is electronic, I'm going to miss the boat. I'm going to be so far behind, it's ridiculous. So just like the people said, I will never buy anything online. Yeah, what did you do during the pandemic? I bet you did buy something online. So you have to adapt. Whether you hate, especially if you hate Bitcoin, take the hate aside. for like a day or two and think about it. And think about it logically from the perspective, it's not fake. It's right there. It's got a serial number. Somebody made it up. There's no doubt. But somebody made up the value in gold. Somebody made up your email address. Somebody built your car. You associate a value to it because you like a wing on the back or not. So somebody made something up, and millions of people believe in it and want to have it, and there's not enough of it to go around. That's the only basis for having an asset that appreciates over time. Have you heard about it? Supply, demand. There's limited, finite supply. That's it. There's 19 million, 20 million, whatever they are. And everybody wants it, and that everybody bit is growing. That's it. So why fight it? Just trade the levels. I can't wait for the comments in this video. Signing out.